Hey, what's going on? It's the Petrol List.
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Dalton from the Petrol List, and it's gonna be a while till the next Formula One race. And what do Formula One fans and commentators and all that kind of stuff do when there's no race for a while? One, drink a lot. I'm kidding. And two, speculate. So that is what I'm here to do. And especially because the rumor mill has it that, Checo is going to announce his retirement at the Mexican GP. That has since been debunked. As a matter of fact, there's a Sports Illustrated article right here that says that it's been debunked. But let me first read to you where the rumor came from. So unfortunately, I got to do this like verbatim. It's kind of confusing. An individual reportedly linked with Escuderia Telemex shared some potentially momentous news regarding Sergio Checo Perez. The disclosure, which transpired during a casual dinner after a day at the track, hints at a curtain call on the Mexican driver's career, according to a Reddit account. He's been doing this for a long time, and his family keeps growing and growing, was a poignant note amidst the informal spill of information that has since cascaded into the realm of Formula One rumors. The relayed conversations suggest that Perez, after being allegedly informed by Red Bull of their decision not to retain him beyond 2023 and facing a landscape where vacant seats are a rarity, is contemplating a graceful exit from the sport. Now, let's follow that scenario, because either way, even if he doesn't announce his retirement at the end of 2023 or doesn't announce his retirement at the Mexican GP, there is a chance that he doesn't have a seat for 2024. So whether he announces it or not, this could be a scenario. So just for fun, let's play this scenario out. I have no insights into the inner workings of Formula One. As you can see, I'm just a guy in his home office with a pen and some paper. Okay, so Checo retires. Either he announces it now or at the end of the season. Who goes to that second seat for Red Bull? Norris has been, talking positively about, Verstappen and Red Bull, and there seems to be a little bit of a bromance going on there. I think it's maybe one-sided. I think Norris is more eager to get into the Red Bull seat, but let's say that plays out. Norris is right now at McLaren has some really stiff competition with Piastri.
Sprint race is go! Poor reaction time for Lando Norris. George Russell got the jump. He's going to be up to second place. Good chance as well for Sainz to the inside. Piastri holds the lead. Russell is up to second, but he's wide in a low.
If he's going to be a number 2 driver, which I think could happen if Piastri keeps performing the way he does, I think if he's going to have to be a secondary driver, I think he'd rather be a secondary under Max Verstappen versus Piastri. Number 1, the prize money would be better. Number 2, it's a little bit of saving face. I mean, second driver to a 3-time world champion seems a lot more palatable to the ego than being a secondary driver to a rookie. All right, so Norris to Red Bull. That means that Ricciardo's hopes of being back in a leading team, that's kind of dashed, but at least he would still be with AlphaTauri, which he's already signed the contract for. So if Norris leaves McLaren, that leaves a second seat open in McLaren. Who would fill that seat? All right, so I'm going to guess that it would be possible for Bottas to fill that seat. Here's why. Bottas right now, he's a He's still a great driver, always has been, but he's in a slow car. If he had a chance to go over to McLaren, you know, maybe he goes as the secondary, which would, again, it'd be bad for the ego to be a secondary driver to a rookie. Or they kind of do the weird thing that Ferrari's doing where, yeah, there's a primary, but there kind of isn't, because Carlos Sainz is proving to be free to win races. So you could possibly put Bottas in there. He could fight for that number 1 seat. Or they can kind of do this weird kind of co-pilot thing. That would leave a seat open at Alfa Romeo. Who needs a job? Well, you know what? I'm going to leave the Alfa Romeo one open because I'm not sure who is clamoring, you know, besides maybe somebody from Formula 2 to get into that seat. Now, that is kind of the driver shuffle that could happen if Checo retired, either of his own volition or if he just kind of got kicked out, right? More driver shuffle. So, you know, the George Russell, I don't know if it's too early to call it controversy, but, you know, kerfuffle over there at Mercedes. I'm not here to say that I think anything is going to change over Mercedes. I think Mercedes has kind of made their bed and now they've got to lie in it. But someone in the comments of my last video said something very poignant. I don't want to call out their name because I don't know yet how people feel about that. But anyway, credit goes to this person for saying it. And they said that if I were George Russell, I would have done everything I could to help Lewis Hamilton get into P2 during that last race. I agree. It would actually be politically expedient for him to do that. And I'm going to take that comment and I'm going to go a step further. If I were George Russell, I would be doing everything I could to help Lewis Hamilton win his 8th championship. Not necessarily out of altruism, but I know that the sooner he can get to that 8th championship, the sooner he's going to realistically consider retiring. I mean, Lewis Hamilton has a chance to break the all-time championship record. He's a competitive person. Why the heck wouldn't he go for it? Right? So George Russell is already the heir to the throne to the Mercedes lead driver's seat. All he has to do is drive well, and in this scenario that I'm saying, stay out of Lewis Hamilton's way, help push him to the championship, get him out of there, and then he can sit comfortably as the principal driver. So and win his own championship if he has the, you know, the ability. So I think that is yet another way that George Russell is actually kind of shooting himself in the foot. Politically, having the, you know, a 7 or 8 time world champion, a friend on your side, vouching for you, and also Mercedes happy with you that you are giving them more and more points. I think in the long game, that works in Russell's favor. I'm still rooting for Russell. I'm kind of annoyed with his, I would say, emotional decisions, emotionally made, you know, decisions. But I still think he has it in him to compete for the overall Drivers' Championship, but he's got to make sure that the timing is right. And if he helped Hamilton get his 8th, I think Hamilton would go away. Not that I think that, you know, people who've been in the sport for a long time should go away. I don't think that way about Tom Brady, you know, the American football player, quarterback. People are like, get him out of here. As long as he can perform, you know, it's up to the new guy to, you know, kind of be better. Some people will argue that George Russell already is. I don't see it that way because I already see Piastri as better than George Russell. But again, help Lewis win the 8th, get him out of there, take your position as the lead driver, enjoy your career. That is the driver shuffle. We got a long time till the Mexican GP, so I just thought I would share some scenarios and keep the F1 news fresh. Now, I still have the Monday video. I already know what I'm going to be doing for that one. I think it's going to be kind of cool. And that is it. Thanks for watching. See you next time.